Big Brother is watching you. Most of us are familiar with that chilling message of unceasing police-state surveillance from George Orwell's famous novel, 1984. In the terrifying Orwellian state, no one can escape the all-seeing eye of Big Brother. Privacy does not exist, not even inside one's own home, or even inside one's own mind. All of one's words, actions, facial expressions, even thoughts are constantly monitored through electronic surveillance. Revelations over the past several years regarding government data mining and widespread warrantless searches of emails, cell phones, social media, and the internet traffic by the NSA, FBI, and other federal agencies have shown that this Orwellian feature of totalitarian repression is already a very real and imminent danger to our liberty. Now, imagine if we were to kick this abuse up a few notches by turning over control of the internet to the United Nations. This is an outfit, remember, that has none of the checks and balances or mechanisms of accountability that are built into our United States Constitution. Many of the member nations of the UN are totalitarian regimes that already employ Orwellian surveillance, censorship, and repression to the limits of their technological capabilities. Yet, as insane as it may seem, the ruling powers here in the United States are preparing to turn over the internet, which was invented and built here in the U.S., to the UN. This may sound extreme, but since 2006, the United Nations has been discussing the future of the internet through their Internet Governance Forums, one of the latest being hosted by the government of Turkey in Istanbul. The Turkish government, according to the liberal left human rights organization Freedom House, is, quote, the world's leading jailer of journalists, end quote, and is infamous for censoring the internet as well as numerous other human rights violations. Opportunely, the person who oversaw the Istanbul meeting was Hongbo, Undersecretary General of the UN's Department of Economic and Social Affairs. Comrade Hongbo, besides representing the UN, ultimately answers to his real bosses in Beijing, the leaders of the Communist Party of China. The Communist Beijing regime, of course, is notorious for brutal repression of all human rights, including rigid censorship and aggressive policing of the internet. Undersecretary General Hongbo issued the UN's official invitation for the Istanbul confab, quote, on behalf of the Secretary General of the United Nations, Ban Ki-moon. Hongbo was in Istanbul joined by fellow Communist Party comrades who attended as official participants, as well as members of the IGF's multi-stakeholder advisory group. China's representation included Professor Ling Gao of the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences, Li Xiaodong, CEO of CNNIC, China Internet Network Information Center, which is an agency of China's Ministry of Information, and Cheng Hongbing, China's permanent representative to the UN office in Geneva, Switzerland. These are the folks that have helped build and maintain China's shameful Great Firewall that the communist regime uses to spy on, censor, restrict, and police internet usage. Among those representing Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin at the IGF Istanbul were Robert Aleksandrovich Schlegel, a member of Russia's parliament, the State Duma. He is also a spokesman for the Russian Internet Governance Forum, where his official bio boldly admits, or perhaps boasts, that Schlegel was the press director of the Nazi movement, Putin's version of the Hitler Youth. These are but a few of the repellent individuals who were in charge at the UN's IGF Istanbul. In the past 2 decades, the internet has provided a platform that has allowed a flowering of independent alternative media that now challenge the so-called mainstream media and provide a range of news and opinion not previously available. This is absolutely vital to freedom. Do we really want to see control of the internet turned over to Wu Hongbo, Aleksandrovich Schlegel, and others of their kind? The Obama administration apparently thinks so and has been giving its blessings to move in that direction. No surprise there. As we have reported, it is being promoted by the usual cast of globalist world government promoting organizations, led by the Council on Foreign Relations and its British sister organization, Chatham House. No surprise there either. Former Department of Homeland Security Chief Michael Chertoff is a member of the Global Commission on Internet Governance, launched by Chatham House earlier this year. The Obama administration has already begun the phased transfer of Internet control to a vague and uncertain governance structure that has been set up as an innocent-appearing transition platform that ultimately is set for transfer to UN control. Do you value your freedom? Do you want censorship or Big Brother watching your every move? Have you contacted your congressmen and senators to let them know that you want them to oppose global governance of the Internet by the United Nations?